What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Ask Alex, where this is the show where we take your questions and answer them here on this show. I'm your host, Alex Hampton, and today we have a very relaxed show for you guys today. Not a lot of movie stuff came in over the week, given the fact that there's not really much going on in Hollywood. But I will say one breaking cool thing that I did see happen last night, that Kanye West is running for president. Wow. Yeah, we got Kanye West running for president. That's the most dumbest shit I've ever seen in my whole entire life. But you know what? Hey, I mean, he's...
That's the dumbest.
Oh no, I'm so joking. But hey, this is America, and you've already heard him. Here's my co-host Ian Elliott Carter. How are you doing today, Ian?
What's going on, man? Yeah, I heard this news. I was like, why in the world would I vote for a billionaire businessman, an entertainer guy, and a Republican? Why would I vote for any of that? Mm-hmm. That makes no sense. But whatever.
Yeah, it sounds like what we got right now, huh? Some crazy
He
shit.
literally has the same qualifications as our current president. No experience, nothing. So, I'm not for it. But if anyone tries to say that Kanye's not for I'm going to be like, you're an idiot. What do we have in the office now? But,
Yeah. And you guys, we like to have fun on here. And if this is your very first time ever watching this show, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Then hit that bell right next to it. That way you get all the notifications of every time I'm releasing a video here on my YouTube channel. A lot of cool things are coming out on my YouTube channel as well, so stay tuned for that. And also, if you want your question or topic on this show, just send me an email at the askalexshow@gmail.com, and that's the askalexshow@gmail.com. We're still somewhat in quarantine, so I'm still taking a lot of questions. So I might do more shows where it's just relaxed, where I'm just taking fan questions about random things, not necessarily have to pertaining to movie news. But since we gotten that out the way, let's go ahead and jump into the first question of the day. And the first question comes from a Craig Pratt. And he writes, "Hey Alex, so Ray Fisher made some comments about Josh Whedon being very rude and unprofessional on set. My question is, why is Ray coming out now to make these comments, and will his comments about Whedon affect his acting career?" Thank you for your question, Craig. If you guys are not aware of what's been going on, at least for the last couple days, Ray Fisher got on Twitter and he posted a video, like a 2-minute video of where he's sitting next to Jason Momoa, where back in, I want to say 2017, maybe somewhere in there, when Justice League came out, and they're basically at Comic-Con, and he's like saying in the tweet that everything that I said in this video, I forcefully take back. Like, nothing I said in this video is really, really true. And what he's saying is, in the video, he was saying, oh, Joss Whedon was such a great guy to take on the mantle of leading this movie, and I had so much fun working with him. And basically, he's saying that, he didn't have that, that experience. I guess maybe not just him, maybe a couple other people from the Justice League camp did not have a good experience with Whedon when he took on the ship. Now, to answer your question, why do I think Ray Fisher is coming out with these comments now? To be frankly honest with you, I don't know why he's coming out with them now. I will say this: he couldn't have come out with those comments during the promotion of Justice League during that time, because there was so much going against Justice League. To have a actor that's in the movie come out and say something against a director would have probably done that movie a little bit worse than what it did when it came out. And also keep in mind, Ray Fisher is not that big of an actor. He's a Broadway actor. So obviously there are no Broadway plays being performed right now, given the circumstances. But he didn't have a lot of movie or TV credits. So when they hired him to do this movie, they thought that he would just fit in great with the cast. And also there are also reports saying that a lot of his stuff got cut out of Justice League, which we'll probably see in the Snyder Cut. And also, there are also reports saying that he got upset for saying he didn't want to say the word booyah, which is the signature word that Cyborg says in the Teen Titans. Now I don't know if I believe that at all, because I don't know why an actor wouldn't say booyah for his character that he's portraying. If he did really have a problem with that, I think he really needs some help. But honestly, my 2 cents on it is that honestly, I don't know what the motivation was for him coming out saying it now. Maybe it has to do with the future Snyder Cut coming out on HBO Max. To be 100% honest with you, if he did have those problems with Josh Whedon, he should have had a meeting with someone at Warner Brothers, someone in HR, to discuss those problems instead of coming out publicly. Also, I will say there hasn't been anybody in that cast that's came out and said anything negative about Joss Whedon, as I know of. I could be wrong. So honestly, I don't know what his motivation is. Ian, you saw this news about Ray Fisher coming out and saying these comments about Joss Whedon. What do you think about his comments, and why do you think he came out now and said these things?
Well, there's a lot to say about this because I watched the video, and first and foremost, I didn't like Justice League at all, and I am intrigued in seeing the Snyder Cut. With that being said, I thought Cyborg was one of my favorite parts of the movie. I thought there was a lot of stuff in that movie. I was like, I want to dig a little bit more into that when it came to Cyborg's character. I thought his character and how he portrayed it was very unique. Mm-hmm. With that being said, too, I didn't really like how he put that out there on Twitter. I thought that was very unprofessional. Him calling out somebody for being unprofessional. What, doing that on Twitter, that's not something an actor of his caliber should be doing. I feel like I agree with you. Like maybe he should have reached out to, if not him, his team, or the Warner Brothers of if any issues were going on with that. There's a lot of mess when it comes to that movie. I saw the video too. It looked like when he did say that comment, it looked like Jason Momoa. There was a little bit of body language of like he might have disagreed with that statement. Mm-hmm. If you watch that video, so it might make sense that he did feel that way because it looked like the cast might have not have been feeling him. Mm-hmm. Rightfully so. If I understand if somebody comes to your project out of the blue randomly or after someone's already done and you saw someone else's vision, it might be hard to bring that together. So I can understand like why things didn't mesh maybe with him and Josh Whedon. But like I said, I've never heard anything bad about Josh Whedon in Hollywood at all, not from Buffy the Vampire Slayer to the Avengers. It's all been positive stuff. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what that issue is. It might just be a disconnect from coming in later on and wanting it to be Zack Snyder instead. I don't know. Well, we'll see. But I disagree how he handled that. I a lot of people, these bloggers, might have thought that was savage and cool, but I'm more, believe it or not, the guy at the controversy is more he's more gentleman-like. I would not have handled it that way. But yeah, maybe, and I do want to say something like what you said too. He might be saying this now because it's the cool thing to bash the old Justice League movie, and it's the cool thing to bash Josh Whedon because we want the Snyder Cut. If that's his motivation too to promote this movie, then it's very trash. I'm not feeling that as well. Mm-hmm. So that's just my opinion about it. Immediately when I saw it, I was just like connecting those dots, like he could have handled that differently. But it is bringing some promotion to this movie that everybody's dying to see.
Yeah, that's the one thing I will say is that it is bringing some promotion to a movie that we're all somewhat dying to see, because there were reports that Joss Whedon did cut out a lot of the Cyborg parts. But in Joss Whedon's defense, in regards to cutting out that movie, Warner Brothers, when they brought him on, they said, listen, this movie is over 3 hours long. You need to make it 2 hours. And he cut out what he felt was necessary to tell that story. Now, like Ian said, I'm not necessarily a fan of Justice League. I thought it was okay for what it was, but yeah, I agree with Ian. Coming out on Twitter about your experience by a director, I feel everything should be held in-house. If you have a problem with someone or something, you talk it amongst each other. The only time you result into like putting it out online, in my opinion, if things have gotten really, really, really bad to the point where nobody is listening to you. And maybe that's what happened. But even in that, I'm like, okay, this movie came out years ago. Why are we now hearing about it in 2020? So that's my thing about that. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Ray Fisher was wrong with these comments? Do you think that he should have came out on Twitter, or do you think he should have just handled it in person with Warner Brothers? Jump into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. And hey guys, we have a very fun question, the next couple questions for you guys. And this fun question comes from a Simon Reyes. And he writes, "Hey Alex, in your opinion, who do you think is the best actor that has portrayed Batman?" Well, thank you for your question, Simon. So it's funny. I was contemplating doing this question on the show because I think that almost not every, but some of the actors who portrayed Batman, I have really enjoyed as I've grown up. But the one that will always resonate for me, and I know this may sound corny, is Kevin Conroy. Kevin Conroy's Batman, the animated Batman, is the best Batman that I have seen, solely because it's I don't know, like the Batman the animated series and even the Batman films that have come out, they are so mature in their stories that even as a kid I'm like, whoa. And even watching the opening scene still gives me chills to this day, and hearing that voice that Kevin Conroy provides for Bruce Wayne and Batman, I don't know, it throws me off. So I love him. For the animated, if I had to say live action, I have to give it to Michael Keaton. The Batman and Batman Returns, I feel like that's how the Dark Knight's supposed to be. I like Bale. I like Ben Affleck as well. I didn't really like Val Kilmer, nor did I like what was the other one? The Batman and Robin one. Him. I didn't like it. Yeah, George Clooney. Yeah, I didn't like that one either. I liked his Bruce Wayne, but not necessarily his Batman. But for me, Kevin Conroy will always be Batman. I said that when they did the Crisis on Infinite Earth crossover, he should have been Batman Beyond, like the Batman Beyond universe. But Ian, who do you believe is the best actor who's portrayed Batman?
Well, I think you kind of took it the easy way out by going with Connolly. That's how you say it.
Conroy.
His name right? Yeah, but everybody loves him. But this is why I'm going to. Yeah, Kevin. But this is why I'm going to say I like Ben Affleck's Batman, and I'll tell you why. Ben Affleck's Batman was like the animated television Batman. That, to me, that was the closest thing we got to an animated Batman. Like his personality and all that stuff. I feel like it was a mesh between everything. Like the Batmobile was a mesh between all the Batmobiles we've had in the past. I feel like his natural voice with the voice changing thing was like a mesh between like how it used to be and a little bit of what Christian Bale's Batman was. Mm-hmm. I thought that was dope. Was it the best Batman movies we've gotten? No. But I think his portrayal was on the right path of something, because I love the Batman animated series, and I felt like that was the closest thing to it. So I'm going to go with Ben Affleck. When it comes to the movies, though, hands down, Christian Bale had the best movies. But the best portrayal, I have to go with Ben Affleck, just because I love the cartoon so much, and I think that was the closest thing we got to the cartoon.
I agree with that too. I do agree that Ben Affleck was the closest. Ben Affleck, and I said this once before, but Ben Affleck's Batman reminds me of Stephen Amell's Green Arrow in regards to fighting styles. And like, for instance, if you watch season 1 of Green Arrow or The Arrow, Stephen Amell is killing people. What is Batman doing in Batman vs. Superman? He is not. He's killing people. He's taking lives. And not only that, like in season 1 of Arrow, we see him changing his voice. In Batman vs. Superman, Batman is changing his voice. So I like those dynamics as well. And like Ian said, it is very close to the cartoon, because the way Bruce is very close to Alfred and how Bruce is more methodical in his thinking, that was very prevalent in the animated series. But you know, what do you guys think? Who is your favorite Batman? Who do you believe donned the cowl the best? Just jump into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. And guys, we have a very interesting last question for you guys, and I'm actually gonna let Ian go first on this one because I have a few in mind. But this question comes from a Brian Temple, and he writes, "Hey Alex, what are some movies that have come out that you feel should have not been made?" Wow. Well, thank you for your question, Brian. Like I said before, I'm gonna let Ian go first because I have a couple in mind. So, Ian, what do you think that are some movies that have come out, even in the past or even recently, that you feel like that shouldn't have been made?
All right. So there's this uh there's this movie that broke my heart that we were just kind of just talking about, and it was Batman versus Superman. That right there is probably the most heartbreaking movie of all time. And not because it's the worst movie of all time. It's definitely not the worst movie of all time. People love it. There's a fan base for it. The reason I hate that movie so much is because it broke my heart. As a child, those characters, Batman and Superman, were my favorite superheroes. They were everything I've wanted my whole life to see in a live action portrayal. And I was let down. It was like you finally get this girl that you've been trying to get your whole life, and just to find out she has herpes. She's trash, and you and you've made a mistake. And it's crazy how I'm looking forward to seeing movies with a tree and a raccoon more than Batman and Superman. Batman and Superman are the posters of great superheroes. So I hate that movie so much. And again, not because the acting or the script. It's just the biggest letdown. It really broke my heart. I'm trying to think of another one off the top of my dome. Nothing really breaks my heart more than that one. And I've seen bad movies before, but that one right there just really broke my heart. The Ghostbusters movie with the women.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
that one right there was just like it just really stuck a fork into my childhood when it came to like it's just everything wrong with Hollywood. Like, not that I have a problem with women leads or anything like a lot of people will say. It's just a classic that I felt like just didn't need to be touched.
Yeah, I actually agree with that because I remember when Batman vs Superman was being promoted, and I was one of those guys that was like, "Yo, this is going to set up the DCEU where it could potentially be better than Marvel." I was even that guy that said, "Yo, when Civil War comes out and Batman vs Superman comes out, it's gonna be Batman vs Superman because those are the two biggest comic book characters in the world, right?" Man, like he said, when I went to that theater, although I will say there's some redeemable parts about that movie, I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Just like 3 hours. I mean, yeah, about 3 hours, 2.5 hours of just nothing. Like I didn't even believe in that movie. The fucking the enemy of Doomsday versus like half of the Justice League. Wonder Woman shows out of nowhere. Batman and then Superman. I'm like, damn. I will say though, the ultimate cut, which I have seen, is actually really good. I like that one. But so I believe three. I'm gonna stick to three. One of them is Rush Hour 3. Rush Hour 3 was a movie that I was very disappointed in because I was a huge Chris Tucker fan. I loved the first two movies. And when I saw Rush Hour 3, I remember going to the theaters. My dad had took me, and I was just like, I can't wait to see this movie. Oh my god, it was just so bad. I was just like, it's not funny. It's not believable. And then on top of that, Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan have gotten older, and you can really see it. Like in comparison to like Rush Hour 2 and Rush Hour 3, it's like, damn, like they have gotten so older, like it doesn't even vibe well with the movie. So that was a big letdown for me. Another movie I believe that should have never been made was Justice League. After Batman vs Superman did what it did, I personally did not have any faith in Justice League. I've said that I do like Justice League to a degree. I think it's okay, but I mean, what killed Justice League for me, to be honest with y'all, is that scene where Cyborg and Flash are digging up Superman's grave. And I'm like, why does it take two people two superpower people to dig up his grave? And not only that, you're bringing him back with a fucking boom tube. That didn't. And what made me so angry about that is that at the end of Batman vs Superman, it was teased that Superman was still alive. Like, we saw the coffin move. How the hell did so that movie really got me. Yeah, that movie really got me. And another one, oh God, I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but another one was actually, I felt like that should have never been made, was that Steel movie by Shaquille O'Neal. Oh God. I was just like, first of all, why the fuck is a basketball player playing a super? He could have been anything else, but still, really, really, like that movie is so trash. Like from beginning to end, it is trash. Like it's not believable at all. But you know, there's.
I got one more. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Oh,
interrupt.
oh yeah, go ahead.
Remember that Men in Black movie that came out last year? Very forgettable.
Oh, with Tessa Thompson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one broke my heart too because I love Tessa Thompson, I love Chris Hemsworth, and I wanted to expand a little bit more on the Men in Black universe because it's bigger than we. But man, that one was garbage too.
Yeah, yeah. I saw that movie. I didn't see it in theaters. I red boxed that movie.
Good.
Whew, trash. But I mean, there's a list of movies that I can go down the line. There's a reason why there's a Netflix and a Hulu, because some movies that have been put in theaters should be on Netflix and Hulu. Like prime example, just my last one that comes to my mind is that Artemis Fowl movie. I'm glad Disney put it on Disney Plus because I would have not paid money to go see that in theaters. Me and my wife were watching that. We were like, what the hell is this? Like, we don't even get what's going on. But I mean, what do you guys think? What do you agree that with our picks that these movies should have never been made? And also, I'm going to do something else. Jump into the comment section below and let us know what movies you think should have never been made. Like, what do you think? Another one that comes to mind is that Dragon Ball movie. That movie should have never been made. Neither should Ghost of the Shell. None of those movies should have been made. But jump into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. And guys, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Ask Alex. Please like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you get all the updates every time we're releasing a video here on my YouTube channel. Ian, where can we find you on social media?
Please, if you would like to, engage with me as well, please hit up my community tab. I'm youtube.com/thecontroversity. We're all linked up in our suggestions list. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at @I_controversity. And yeah, let's develop a community. Let's all just start talking and chilling, man. We're all nerds here. Let's have good engagement.
Yes. Very dope channel. The last video he put out was the August Alsina situation, which I thought was actually pretty kind of funny. But yes, he dives in a lot of controversial things that are hilarious. And go to his channel, check out those things. Oh, by the way, check out one of the other videos he did, the Cracker reaction video, which is hilarious. Definitely go check out that video. And also, you know where to find us, you guys, here at Momentum Media. Jeremy couldn't be with us today, but also go check out what he's doing on Movies Are Terrible as well. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. And as always, you have a blessed day.